In the previous lesson on filters, I've used a couple of filter criteria. Now let's have a look at the most popular ones, the ones that are most used. So one of the criteria I have used were the 2 points in order to specify the 1st of January until the 31st of December. So you can use this filter criterion in order to specify a range. Another example of this is, for example, I only would like to see the GL accounts from 1000 until 1200, for example. So then I can go to filter and I can enter 1000 and then at the 2 points 1200. So there we go, and in this case you see that we only have 1000 until 1200. So that's quite a popular filter, so one that will allow you to specify a range, a number range or a date range, whatever. So let me remove the filter. Other criteria that I use a lot is smaller than, greater than. So for example, if I go to net change, I can enter a filter in which I say I would like to see everything smaller than 100,000, for example. Now if I click on OK, you can see only GL accounts with a net change smaller than 100,000. So you can of course use it in the same way to display amounts greater than a specific amount, but, and that's also interesting to demonstrate, you can also use the same filter to display lines different from a specific amount. So for example, I only would like to see lines that have a net change. So I would like to hide lines with 0. Then I can say, okay, everything should be different. So smaller than, greater than, 0. And now if I click on OK, you will see now that only these lines that have an amount in the field net change are displayed. So these are a number of filters, filter criteria, but we have many more that we can use in filters. And if you go to the online help and if you search on filter criteria, you can have a list of all the criteria that you can use. Now, once you applied filters to a list, for example, in the Windows client, you can save the view as. Let me show you some examples. So remember the limit totals example I made, and let me make it again. Here in the Windows client, suppose I only would like to see my chart of accounts based on the entries we have posted this year, so 2018 for Kronos. Then I can apply a date filter. So I can say where date filter is starting on the 1st of January until the 31st of December. And there we go. So now again, you will see that my net change amounts have been filtered based on the date. Now this could be interesting to save because this is something I would like to use quite a lot. Before the fiscal year is closed, this is a very easy way to look at everything of the current fiscal year. So now I can go here to chart of accounts and I can use the save view as function to save this filtered view. So I could give it a name. So for example, 2018. And now if I click on OK, you will see that the system will reopen. And here in my role center, I now have the filtered view. So now I can just click on chart of accounts. And here you can see now this is my chart of accounts filtered on 2018, which means that I don't have to assign the filter each time manually again. Another example might be I would like to have an overview of all my customers assigned to location blue, because I'm available for I'm responsible for location blue. So I will have filter to this value. And again, I can click here on customer. I can save view as, and I can specify here that these are the customers for location blue. There we go. And also here in this case, the system will reopen. And now you will see that this filtered view is a sub-option of my customers. So now we can go to customers blue and I will get all my blue customers. You see, so very easy to save filtered views, which means that you can create your own views and save them in the system. Now also interesting to know is how to remove such a saved view, because maybe afterwards I don't need chart of accounts 2018 anymore, because fiscal year 2017 is closed and by default we're looking at 2018. Now the way to remove a filtered view is by going to the customized navigation pane option. So there we go. And now you will see the filtered views appearing here in my home pane. Next, I will select one of the views and I will click on remove. And now if you click on OK, you will see that after reopening, the filtered view is removed. In the practice of this lesson, you can apply some of the important filter criteria.